What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? In today's video, I'm going to give you my brutally honest opinion on XDefiant. Now, XDefiant is a brand new 6v6 arena shooter made by Ubisoft, and the lead for XDefiant is one of the OG COD devs, Mark Rubin, who made some of our favorite Call of Duty games like Modern Warfare 2. He is in charge of XDefiant, and we finally have XDefiant after waiting a little over 3 years, or maybe it's a little under 3 years. It's been a long time. Now, in today's video, I'm going to go over the good and the bad of XDefiant, because even though this game is really good in a lot of ways, it also does lack in a lot of ways as well, and I'm going to go over all of those things in today's video. The first thing I absolutely love about XDefiant is, you probably know exactly what I'm going to say, don't you? No, you don't, because my favorite thing about XDefiant is a reduction in skill-based, I'm just kidding, we'll get there in a second, the reduction of aim assist. Aim assist in Call of Duty is way too strong. I'm a controller player, by the way. I think it's disgusting. I hate it. But XDefiant, for me personally, has a very healthy amount of aim assist. So that's the number one thing I love about XDefiant, is the lack of quote-unquote aim assist in the game. Now, the second thing I absolutely love about XDefiant is the lack of skill-based matchmaking. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Sometimes it does feel like there's skill-based matchmaking in the game, and I kind of think there might be, but I don't think it's like the skill-based matchmaking that we have in Call of Duty. I think the skill-based matchmaking in this game, and Mark Rubin even said this, he said there's team balancing in this game, but I think there's pretty hardcore team balancing in this game, which is okay to a point, but I think that hardcore team balancing in this game kind of makes it feel like there is skill-based matchmaking, because you can get in some pretty sweaty matches, but I don't think there's actually like skill-based or engagement-based matchmaking in this game. I just think there's hardcore team skill matchmaking. I don't think I said that right, but you know what I mean. But the lack of a hardcore SBMM is in the game, and I absolutely love that. Now, if you're wondering why most of your games in XDefiant are filled with sweatlords, it's because I would say the vast majority of people playing XDefiant are sweaty COD players looking for a more casual experience in XDefiant because they know there's no skill-based matchmaking. All of the sweaty COD players are getting matched together because it's the majority of the player base, so it makes it feel like COD in the end. So we're kind of screwing ourselves here by playing so sweaty.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
But once you start playing sweaty, there's really no going back from that. You know what I mean? Like, there is, to a degree, you can kind of slow things down, but once you learn movement and you're really good at aiming and jumping around, it's really hard to go back to that. So I think that's what's going on in XDefiant. I don't think there's hardcore skill-based matchmaking. Like I said, I think there's hardcore team balancing, but I think just the majority of the player base is just sweaty COD players looking for bot lobbies. That's pretty much what it is. I can almost guarantee it. Now, another thing I absolutely love about XDefiant is the gunplay. Now, a lot of people are going to be shocked by that. A lot of people say they hate the gunplay in this game. I personally like it because it gives me OG COD vibes. They're very easy to use. All the weapons are hit scan. There's almost no recoil. So for a lot of people, it's going to feel kind of plasticky and dumb and just not their style. For me personally, in this particular game, I actually love the gunplay style in XDefiant, but I totally understand why people do not like the gunplay in this game, because it just doesn't feel, there's no oomph, if that makes sense. Now, another thing I love about XDefiant are the game modes. And yes, I know half of them are ripped off from Call of Duty, but some of them have a twist, like Hot Shot. Now, Hot Shot is basically kill confirmed from Call of Duty, but if you collect enough tags, you actually turn into a Hot Shot, and you have like 10 times the movement speed, and every time you pick up a tag, I believe it counts as 4 tags instead of 1. So there is a little bit of a twist to it, and in my personal opinion, Hot Shot is my favorite game mode in the game. It's an absolute blast, especially if you're a movement guy. You also have specific maps in the game built for linear game modes like Escort and Zone Control, and I love both of those game modes. They're great, especially if you want to level up your sniper. Another thing I like about XDefiant, surprisingly, is the hero aspect. I'm not a big hero shooter guy, but the heroes in this game, I think, are actually pretty fun. If the heroes weren't in the game, this game would be incredibly boring. The factions in this game, I think, are balanced well, and they give a fun gameplay experience. My personal favorite is the dude with the shield. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but it's in text, and I'm showing you him right now. And I'm just going to be honest with you guys, something I love about XDefiant, I love how it feels like I'm playing Black Ops Cold War. If you guys didn't know, Black Ops Cold War is my second favorite Call of Duty of all time. First being Black Ops 2. I absolutely loved and still love Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and XDefiant gives me 100% Black Ops Cold War vibes, minus the disgusting skill-based matchmaking and minus the kill streaks, which we'll get into in the negative portion of the video. But I just wanted to throw that out there. I love XDefiant because I feel like I'm kind of playing Cold War. You know what I mean? Next, Classic Prestige is coming, believe it or not. Now, we're in Season 0, and in Season 0, the max rank is level 50, but come with Season 1, we are getting a Classic Prestige system. Now, we don't know exactly how it's going to work. People are saying that it's going to work like OG Call of Duty games, which it's probably going to be pretty much exactly like that. So that is another thing I like about this game, is it does have Classic Prestige, and we are not getting our levels reset or capped with each season. I simply don't understand why Call of Duty is doing that now. It's a lot better than it was during Warzone 1 era. I don't know if you guys remember this, but with Modern Warfare 2019, the level cap for each season was 155. With the new season, you got reset back to 0. Max rank for that season was 155. Now with the Black Ops Cold War integration into Warzone, the max rank was level 1000 for each season. So it got a little bit better, right? But still, you can be level 1000 at the end of the season. Season 2 or the next season comes, you're right back to level 0. Now with Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2 and the new generation of Warzone and Call of Duty, your max rank is like 200 levels. So preseason is up to 55. Season 1 is 250. Season 2 is 450. Season 3 is 650, so on and so forth. And then the max rank at the end of all 6 seasons is level 1250. Which is strange. Now, I know that's not really a big deal to everybody, but for me personally, like, I like to rank up. I know it means nothing. It literally means nothing. It's just a number on a computer and like a database. It literally means nothing, but there's just something satisfying about being able to constantly rank up. You know what I mean? And in Call of Duty, in current Call of Duties, even though it's gotten better because your rank doesn't reset, but you still get capped, there's just something sucks about being level 650 in Call of Duty right now. And it's like a double XP weekend, right? And like double XP back in the day was so fun and exciting because it was like, dude, like maybe I can hit Master Prestige this year. You know, now it's like, well, I'm already level 650. Who cares if it's double XP, you know? And then when season 4 comes or the next season comes and you have 200 more levels, I mean, you get like 15 billion XP per second in Call of Duty. If you play the game for 20 hours, you're max rank. So I am glad that finally we're getting a Classic Prestige system in a game, because it's not just Call of Duty who's doing this, guys. Fortnite, for instance. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I did some research before I made this video. Fortnite doesn't have an account rank. It's only a battle pass rank. So the only thing to grind for in Fortnite is wins and your battle pass. Let's take a look at Halo Infinite. It finally has an account rank now. What, it took them 3 years. The only way to rank up in Halo Infinite for the first 3 years was a battle pass progression. That's it. Oh, I forgot, ladies and gentlemen, there's one more that I wanted to bring up. The finals. The max rank in finals is 50. That's it. It's over. 50. It's only 50. Why? The point is, ladies and gentlemen, we finally have an actual game that has a Classic Prestige system or a ranking system that just doesn't end. Another thing I love about XDefiant is the movement, believe it or not. It's not too over the top. A lot of people say the movement's clunky. Well, compared to Call of Duty, ladies and gentlemen, and or Titanfall 2, any movement is going to feel clunky. It's just the way it is. But the movement isn't terrible. And I love that you can't vault on top of everything. Going back to what I said earlier, it is a classical Call of Duty feel. Now, those are the things I love about XDefiant. So next we're going to go over the bad, which there's not a lot, but let's get into it. The first thing I don't like about XDefiant is the lack of content. Now, I know we're season 0, but it just feels kind of empty. So I'm hoping with season 1, that first thing that I wrote down here, lack of content in the bad, I hope that gets completely crossed out, and I'm probably going to get some hate for that. But for a launch game, I feel like we should have gotten more. But yeah, so lack of content for now. But the game just came out, so come on, give it a break, right? Next is there's no sandbox mode. Now, what do I mean by a sandbox mode? Most games have a sandbox mode. Call of Duty, for instance, has Ground War, Combined Arms in Black Ops Cold War, Fire Team, Dirty Bomb in Black Ops Cold War, big team battles, Warzone, DMZ. That's what I mean by sandbox mode. Now, I know XDefiant is a 6v6 arena shooter, but they could have added a Battlefield-like mode. Now, hear me out. This is what they could have done, okay? XDefiant is made by Ubisoft. If you play Far Cry games, you'll understand. Dude, there's so much stuff in Far Cry they could have added to this game for like a big sandbox mode, like a big team battle. Man, they could have added helicopters, they could have added tanks, they could have added alligators. No, I don't know why alligators, that just popped up in my head. They could have added Sasquatch. They could have added so many crazy things to make a big team battle mode, a giant map of conquest with all these objectives and Sasquatch and alligators and tanks. They could have made something absolutely insane with the stuff they have over there at Ubisoft. So that is one thing I do not like about XDefiant, and a lot of people are going to be like, who cares? It's just a 6v6 arena shooter. I totally get that, but I think the game could have been a lot better if they added like a really badass over-the-top sandbox mode. Now, another thing I do not like about XDefiant, yeah, there's no BR, guys. Now, hear me out, okay? Am I mad that there's no BR? Technically, I'm not. But if you're a Warzone fan, picture this, okay? XDefiant, brand new battle royale experience. We still get the multiplayer experience. We still get support for the multiplayer experience, right? We get 3 new maps per season, 3 new guns, whatever they're gonna do in the season, okay? And then maybe every other season we get a new battle royale map. They have a battle royale. We have a battle royale experience. We have something to compete with Call of Duty, okay? They give the same amount of support to the multiplayer as they're gonna do now, okay? But on top of that, we get a battle royale experience. We have loadouts like in Call of Duty. You level up your weapons, you get your attachments, you have your factions. So it's a little bit like Apex. It's a little different than Warzone. Kind of has its own little twist, right? Beautiful, vibrant maps. You see what I'm saying here? They missed the mark on that one, in my opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, a battle royale. I need a new battle royale that's not Apex Legends. And I don't want to hear about PUBG. And I don't want to hear about Fortnite. And I don't want to fucking hear about Apex. Don't ever bring Apex up again in this goddamn chat. Even though there's no chat, this isn't a live stream, but you know what I'm saying. A battle royale would have been sweet in XDefiant. Now, am I upset there's no battle royale? No, it's okay. I get why they didn't do it, but man, it could have been just like Halo, man, if Halo had a battle royale. Next on the naughty list for XDefiant is there's no streaks in this game, kill streaks. Now I get it. It's a totally Call of Duty thing. And you know, they didn't want to rip off Call of Duty, but there's also not like a nuke you can get in this game. So what am I talking about here? There's nothing in this game to really give you an adrenaline rush. It's fun, yes. It's enjoyable, yes. But something about Call of Duty multiplayer that's so fun. You're on a 21 kill streak. Your heart is racing. Holy shit. If I get 9 more kills, I get to drop a nuke on these bitches. That adrenaline, it's not there in XDefiant. Oh my God, I'm about to get a chopper gunner. Hell yeah. Your adrenaline starts pumping. You play a little bit, you know, you lean up in your chair. I'm going to get this chopper gunner. There's none of that in XDefiant. The adrenaline aspect of the game isn't there. The fun aspect is there, 100%. The adrenaline aspect is not there. That's why I'm excited for ranked, because ranked will give me that adrenaline aspect. But I think ranked is going to be amazing in this game. I don't know if you guys played it, but they have like a ranked warm-up playlist. It's like ranked, but it's not being ranked yet. And it's actually a lot of fun. So that's another thing I don't like about XDefiant is the lack of adrenaline in the game. Now, that is pretty much it as far as the good and the bad of XDefiant. Now, what are my final thoughts on XDefiant? I think it's a great game. I think it's really fun. But unfortunately, if it's just like it is right now, it's going to die. Now, the reason why I say that is because, ladies and gentlemen, I think 6v6 arena shooters are kind of dying, and that sucks because I do love arena shooters. I just think, I don't know, I think people have just been playing them for so long. I think that they're just kind of sick of them. That's why Warzone is so popular, because it has that, just that different factor. You know what I mean? That's why battle royales are so popular. That's why extraction shooters are so popular. Is the normal 6v6 arena shooters that have been around for just decades, they're kind of dying. XDefiant will always have a player base. XDefiant is a game that I'll continue to play for a long time. Definitely, I love this game. But unfortunately, I think for the masses, unless they add something different, I personally think it's going to die. I hope I'm wrong. I absolutely hope I'm wrong. But that is it for today's video, guys. I know the end got a little bit dark there, but that's just my opinion. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. Subscribe if you're a brand spanking new for more XDefiant content. I will continue doing this content on this channel. Titanfall content. Yes, I do Titanfall content because it is the greatest game in the world. Titanfall 1 and 2. And Battlefield content because I love Battlefield. And if you don't like Battlefield, then fuck you. I'm just kidding. Love you guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Till next time, Stern out.